Take a ride on Tony the Pony. Take a ride on Tony the Pony. Please take a ride on Tony the Pony with Mr. Pineapple. Oh yeah, it's Mr. Pineapple's Wonder Hour.
Hello and welcome to Mr. Pineapple's Wonder Hour, the show where we talk big pineapples, small pineapples, hairy pineapples, and everything in between. I'm your host, Tony the Pony, and with me, as always, is the one and only, the incredible Mr. Pineapple. He's got a pie for a nipple. How are you, Mr. Pineapple?
I like pie.
On your nipples?
Just in general.
What's your favourite pie? Yeah.
See, I'm a man who prefers a more savoury pie than a sweet pie.
Same.
Chicken, bacon, and leek's nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
How many pies could you eat in one sitting?
Depends on day.
On your best pie day?
4.5. Depending on the
good.
size. Depending on the size of the pie, of course.
4.5 small ones.
4.5 medium-sized pies.
Oh, nice.
Is there a time limit, or can I eat them over? Don't have to be like half an hour, does it?
No, but it is in one sitting. It's not like throughout the day.
Oh yeah, I could do 4.5. Easy.
Nice.
We'll test it.
Yeah.
Upcoming Wonder Hour video.
Pie eating contest.
Not a contest, just a feat of endurance.
Yeah. What, just you?
Yeah. You'll all be around me, just watching me.
Can we have hoods on?
You
Like
can have a film if
Satanic
you want. I'm not providing the costumes, but you have to bring your own hood. But just keep an eye out for that video. Dropping in the future.
Along with tasticles.
Tasticles. Dip your bollocks in some pies. See what they taste like.
Bet GD's got a satanic robe.
I won't be surprised.
I've seen pictures of him when he was younger.
Didn't have cameras back then.
That is true. Portraits.
I've seen a lovely oil painting of him from his younger days.
Portrait of a dick on fire. You got a hairy pineapple for us, Mr. Pineapple. Yes. That's always good. Because that's a thing that we do.
It's been fucking ages, hasn't it, since I've talked about what films I've watched.
Yeah.
Who don't love an update on the Empire 500?
Hey.
In all honesty, I've been slacking on the Empire 500.
I'm going to say, it's been that long, you should have a good number of films you've watched.
Well, I've got multiple, but that is only a multiple of 3. And it's free. I've watched 3, yeah. But I've got 131 films left to watch, Easily doable in this year if I could be bothered.
Yeah.
Gone with the Wind's like 4 hours long now.
Oof.
I've seen the last 2 hours because it's on a disc that's you have to flip it over.
Nice.
And I put the wrong side in. So I've seen the last 2 hours. And that was a slog.
Did you not realise?
Yeah, no. Funny thing is, I was watching it with my nan and she'd seen it before. And she didn't call it out. So we'll blame it on her.
Too much effort to tell you. Nice.
So, but I watched some really good films. Well, I watched 2 really good films. And a third one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Firstly, I watched The Battle of Algiers from 1966. Comes in at number 120 on the list. I will say my memory's going to be a bit fuzzy on these films because I watched them a good while back. But essentially, the French occupied Algeria. Yeah. Way back when. And there was revolution, uprising, all this stuff. It was shot in like a sort of documentary style, very cinema verite in that sort of style. It was good shit, All, I want to say non-professional actors as well. I might be mistaken there. Directed by an Italian.
Of course.
Whose name is eluding me at this very moment in time. But it was brutal, man. It showed lots of nasty stuff. And it didn't paint either light in what one better than the other as well, kind of thing. It showed positives and negatives to both sides, which was good. I think it was banned in like Algeria or France for like billions of years or something. I don't think it actually got a release until like 2001 or something in France. So many years after it came out, you know. But just a really interesting. I don't want to say war because it wasn't like a proper like full-on war, but a really interesting take on political turmoil. You know, just upheaval in a country. You know.
Yeah, during wartime.
Yeah, really, just really interesting film. I really liked it, and I gave this 5 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd.
Jeez.
It was really good. One of the best films I've seen this year, not released this year, of course.
Yeah.
And then up next, coming in at number 296 on the list, is All the President's Men from 1976.
Nice.
This is about, I'm guessing, you know, about Watergate.
Yeah.
The Richard Nixon stuff. Well, this is about the two journalists that sort of broke that, you know, did all that kind of...
Whistleblowers.
Well, they weren't whistleblowers, they just were investigative journalists, and they did some solid journalism, and, you know, it was good. They were played by Dustin Hoffman and Robert Redford.
Hey.
And this was just... Right. I'm a big fan of Winter Soldier, as people know. My favourite MCU film. You can see the clear influences of these kind of films on that. This was just like peak political thriller type stuff.
Nice.
The performances were great, wonderfully directed, scary in places because it's based on fact, and you know it paints humans in a very scary light. What they'll do for power and
shallow,
all of this stuff.
People.
Yeah. And again, I gave this 5 out of 5 because it pops up on iPlayer quite a lot. So if you've never seen it, I highly recommend watching it. Battle of Algiers was on. That was on Mubi. I watched Battle of Algiers.
What was this one?
All the President's Men.
I'll have to give that a watch.
It's really good. If you're a fan of political conspiracy stuff from the 70s, which I'm a big fan of.
Big time for that.
Probably no. Yeah. And then we get onto the last one.
The not so good one.
Comes in at number 426 on the list.
Probably a fair number.
I would say it needs to not be on the list.
Fair enough.
It's from 2004 and it's called Enduring Love. It stars a pre-Bond Danielle Craig.
Oh boy.
It stars everybody's favourite Welshman, Rhys Ifans. And there's also a woman whose name is eluding me.
Fair enough. Just a woman in it. Makes sense.
So, what I will say is the opening 10 minutes of this film are amazing.
Right.
Daniel Craig and the lady are in a field having a picnic, and an air balloon comes crashing into this field, right? It's out of control. And local people who there, like they go and run and try and stop the air balloon and whatnot, and it's about that, right? And then one of the people gets out. They're all dangling off it, and it's going back up in the air and stuff.
Right.
They all drop off from a relatively safe distance, except from this one guy who just holds on for a little bit too long and then falls to his death. Right?
Nice.
That's good.
Yeah.
Right? And then this film turns into Rhys Ifans stalking Daniel Craig because he thinks he's in love with him. Rhys Ifans is like a gay religious man.
Right.
And then it's about psychosis and stuff, and Daniel Craig's relationship with the woman he was going to propose to on this picnic, break-in and stuff. It was fucking shit.
Yeah.
It was 90 minutes long.
Oof.
And that was an hour and 20 minutes too long.
Mm.
If they'd cut it right there.
Short film. Hot air balloon massacre.
Like, I hated it. It really properly angered me while watching it. Like, straight up, I started hating the world more. Watching this film. The acting was atrocious. I think it was.
Hate Daniel Craig.
Yeah, he was, didn't it?
Was he not?
No.
Oh boy. Was it one of his first films?
It'd been in stuff since the 90s, I think. But
when was Layer Cake made?
2004, isn't it? Same year. I think this and that were like his breakout, like big star making things. Then he got Bond and that, obviously. And then he's only been in Bond films, I think, since then, pretty much.
He was in Knives Out, wasn't he? And The
But
Golden Compass.
He's not really a prolific actor, though, is he?
Oh, no.
But he's
No.
got, because he's got that Bond money. Just
Golden
sat
Compass,
home
though.
dreaming about what air balloons.
Yeah.
Waste of things. I hated this film.
Yeah, I can tell.
I gave it 1 out of 5.
I really want to see that Daniel Craig film with Adam Driver in, about him breaking out of prison or something.
Logan Lucky.
Yeah.
It's on Amazon Prime.
Oh, is it?
I know, because I added it to my watch list the other day.
Nice.
Yeah, I would have given it half a star if it weren't for the opening 10 minutes, which
Right.
are really a wonderful. If you want to understand about filmmaking,
Yeah.
just watch the opening 10 minutes of this film.
Yeah.
It encapsulates everything you need to know, pretty much.
Jesus.
If you want to know about bad filmmaking,
Yeah.
watch
Watch
the rest of it. How it could slip so far down, turn into this weird fucking. I don't know. It was like, the sort of erotic type thrillers you'd see on like Channel 5
Yeah.
on like a weekend.
Yeah.
Or like a week. It fell down that rabbit hole after the promising opening. And I liked me some of them, you know what I mean? But weren't expecting it from this, and this was bad. Whereas they know they're bad, but this was up its own arse. And I don't think there were any tits in it.
What's the point?
You get to see two Menkis, though.
Yeah, were there any bums? Men bums?
Yeah.
Did Daniel Craig turn gay in the end?
No. I'm going to spoil the film for everyone, because please don't ever go and watch it. Their relationships broke down, Daniel Craig and the woman. Reese fans goes to the house that the woman's at, and he's all like, he's making out that Daniel Craig's this and that, and then she realizes that he's crazy when she gets stabbed by him. Shit film. Such a bad film.
Right.
But as per every time I do this, I'll give just a brief overview of the other films I've been watching.
Yeah.
You would think there'd be lots, but I've been doing a lot of gaming. Oh, look, Enduring Love. I'm trying to remember Space Sweepers we talked about, right? And I think I talked about Booksmart. Did I talk about Booksmart?
Maybe.
I think
Which
I did.
ones?
Booksmart is the one about the. It's like the sort of Superbad, but with women.
Yeah.
So I will have talked about John Carter then as well. Cool. Right then. Okay, let's do this.
Let's do what?
Stage Mother. Gay man dies. His conservative parents inherit his gay cabaret club. The dad's all like, couldn't care less. The mother doesn't, because they alienated their son and like they were estranged from him and stuff. And it's about the mum trying to turn around the fortunes of this alien club and the relationships she builds with those people in that community. Loved it. It's great. I think it's on Netflix. It's got Lucy Liu in.
Nice.
What you want from a film? I gave it 4 out of 5. Then I did the triple bill: Battle of Algiers, All the President's Men, Enduring Love. Then I watched The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension.
That sounds it.
It's like the most cult 80s film you will ever find.
Jesus.
It's got Peter Weller in, playing the aforementioned Buckaroo.
Yeah.
He is a brain surgeon / guitarist and lead singer in a band / scientist / agent, like FBI agent or something. It's great. And their plot's about aliens and stuff, and it's got John Lithgow in and Christopher Lloyd, and it's got a banging cast. I've got the Blu-ray. I'll have to borrow it here. It's peak 80s garbage, but the best
garbage.
I gave that 4 out of 5 as well. Then I watched The Equalizer fully for the first time, the Denzel film.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
I don't
know the series.
It's a film.
No, one about the series with.
Where she can't kick doors.
Yeah.
Wrong. I really liked it. It was brutal. I gave that 3.5 out of 5. Then I watched Fast and Furious 5, Fast and Furious 6, of course.
Fucking
Then I
hell.
watched Robin B. Hood, a Jackie Chan film from 2006 that I'd never seen before.
Yeah.
He went back to he'd done some stuff in Hollywood, of course, but this is one of his back in Hong Kong productions. He plays like an anti-hero in this. He very rarely does that. You know, he's a bad boy robber man with his bad boy robber friends.
Oh.
They accidentally steal. Well, they don't accidentally steal a baby, but the next target they have to steal is a baby. And then they're
Right.
like, well, we can't give this baby to these gangsters. They're for sure going to kill this kid. So it's sort of about them adapting to having a baby and falling in love with a baby and being hounded by policemen and the gangsters and stuff, and shenanigans ensue. And my favourite part of this film is when the baby dies and then they jumpstart it. So car battery. It's the single greatest scene in any film ever.
They jumpstart a baby's heart with a car battery.
My review on Letterboxd was just they jumpstart a baby back to life.
They crank to the baby.
And I loved it. I gave it 4 out of 5. It's great. Got it on Blu-ray if you want to borrow that as well, just for
that scene.
Yeah. Then I rewatched one of my favourite films, Gross Point Blank. John Cusack. Oh, I should add, my boy Yembio plays like a police inspector in.
Right, I've got to watch it now, haven't I?
You know. Sadly, no Samo cameo as well, though.
Oh, God damn it.
Then I watched Gross Point Blank. John Cusack plays a hitman who's got almost a crisis of conscience, I guess. He's a bit out of sorts, kind of thing. And there's a school reunion happening at Grosse Point, and he has to go there. Well, there's a hit that's at there as well, and they just sort of intertwine the two stories, the hitman in and the thing. It's probably Dan Aykroyd's last good film as well. It's one of my all-time favourite films. I've seen it too many times. Banging soundtrack. Benny the Jet's in it as one of the best fights in film ever against my boy John, because he obviously trained John Cusack in the art of fighting. Yeah,
that's weird. I can't imagine John Cusack doing.
Yeah, it's fucking good, and I highly recommend everyone watch this. And obviously, it's 5 out of 5.
What was the last John Cusack film? Probably Room 1408.
I've seen that film. I didn't mind it.
I didn't. Creep me out.
Sam Jackson's in that one, right?
Yeah.
You get to watch Con Air though with John Cusack's in me. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Then I watched Titan AE, an animated film, one of the last Don Bluth animated films. It's like sci-fi stuff about the Earth's dying and some aliens are there and stuff. I watched it with GD. I thought it was really, really nice to look at, but the plot were a bit derivative. But there was some nice action stuff. I gave it 3 out of 5. You know,
one of GD's suggestions.
He chose that, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I chose Grosse Point Blank,
and
he chose the lesser of the two. Then I watched Willy's Wonderland, which was being discussed a fair bit. Yeah.
Scared. We'll discuss it again as well.
Yeah. Then I watched a lot of Jackie Chan films.
Yep.
I watched Young Master, because I've got them all on Blu-ray. Young Master's excellent, 4.5 out of 5 from me. Then I watched Dragon Lord, 5 out of 5. Then I watched Dragons Forever, I believe, with you.
Yeah.
On the same day. That 5 out of 5. You know. Yeah. Then I watched Furious 7. Then I watched the other Furious films. And then I started watching the Lone Wolf and Cub series. The samurai ones that I was telling you about. Yeah. There's 6 of them, but I only managed to watch the first 2 because I forgot to watch more.
Last 4.
So they're really exploitative, and there's so much blood and gore and titties. And yeah, they're good. They're good films, man. They're really good. And they're so ludicrous. And he has essentially, Lone Wolf and Cub, his wife gets killed, so it's just him and Ben, you know. And he's like, baby, go to the sword or go to the ball. If you go to the ball, I'll kill you. You're not made for this mortal coil. You can't come on my tale of revenge. If you go to sword, I'm going to train you, and we're going to fuck some shit up.
Nice.
You know? And he's got a baby cart that's like, it's like a Death Race baby cart, mate. He presses a button and like spikes come out of it. On the wheels, it's got little spikes.
I need to watch this.
You know, the first one is amazing. I gave it 4.5 out of 5, but the second one's even better.
Oof.
I don't want to get into too
5.
much. I don't want to like spoil anything, but yeah, I gave that one 5.
Nice.
The next film I watched, you'll be familiar with because I kept posting that jellyfish song in the group chat.
Yeah.
It's called Sting of Death. It's about a half man, half jellyfish monster that kills a bunch of kids. It's just straight up 60s schlock.
Nice.
It's shit. It's proper shit. It's proper shit, but that song's awesome. And they do a dance. You can see the man's feet because the rubber diving suit they're using as his monster costume's not held together correctly. I gave that two out of 5, just on the strength of the dance and the song alone. Then I watched Dead End Driving, some wonderful 1980s Australian exploitation, set in like a weird dystopia. How do I describe it? There's like bands of ravagers and stuff, and yeah, this guy wants to date this girl, and they end up in a drive-in, but this drive-in's like a camp for delinquent juveniles and stuff, and they get trapped in, and it's weird, but really, really good. And there's boobies in it.
Boobies.
Alien boobies.
Oh.
I gave this 4 out of 5. I think it was really, really good.
Yeah.
It's tough to describe it, but I highly recommend it. Got it on Blu-ray if you want to watch it.
Boobies.
Then Justice League. Bad film.
Shut your mouth.
Then I watched a Sammo Hung film.
Oh.
Winners and Sinners. You know, the start of the Lucky Stars trilogy.
Beautiful.
I had seen this before, way, way back, but never fully. So it was obviously a first full-time watch for me. It was really good. These are more comedic than action-packed. There's still really good action in them. And they also star my boy, JC. Don't you roll your eyes at me. And there's also a brief cameo from Yembio as well. He features more heavily in 2 and 3 of the series. But no, it's really good. 4 out of 5 from me. Probably a bit more from you, I would imagine.
Yeah.
But you don't own it.
First, so.
Yeah, you don't own it. Then I watched Street Fighter.
Mm.
Then I watched Raw Force, some more 1980s exploitation.
Nice.
If you can't tell, I've been watching a lot of exploitation stuff.
Yeah.
This one is about... Right, there's a lot of hits in this. I'll just read my review for it. There's cackling cannibal monks, zombie ninjas and samurai, some of the worst action, dialogue, acting, direction put to film, lots of tits. Give it a watch for the last 40 minutes only.
Is this the one you sent the picture of?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first 40 minutes are boring. There's every other shot's tits or arse, right? I liked that, but it's boring. And then there's zombie monks and shit fighting people, and it picks up. It picks up. Then I did a double bill of Mortal Kombat, of course. Godzilla vs. Kong, which we discussed last week, the week before. Yeah. And then I watched The Mitchells vs. the Machines, which I want to do a big pineapple on. But it's right. Everyone go and watch this because it's the film of the year so far.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It's one of them films you don't want to spoil for everyone.
Yeah, I don't spoil it for anyone.
Definitely 5 out of 5, 7 out of 7.
Oh yeah, I gave Raw Force 3 out of 5 just on the strength of the last half alone. It lost 2 for the Mitchells vs. the Machine straight up 5 out of 5. Like
brilliant.
Yeah. Then I watched The Witch Part 1, The Subversion.
Yeah.
A wonderful sort of Korean action mystery thriller type thing. Plays into these superhero tropes really well. Hyper violent. Proper breath of fresh air after fucking all the MCU garbage.
Yeah.
5 out of 5. Instant classic. Can't wait for the sequel. I'm just very excited. And then I watched Early Man, the Aardman film.
Oh, right. Stop motion.
Where they play football and stuff.
Yeah.
I would say this is the worst Aardman film, but Bad Aardman is still better than most.
Right. Okay.
It's just very by numbers kind of thing, ticking boxes kind of thing.
James Corden in it?
No, it's what's his face? Eddie Redmayne is the main guy, and Tom Hiddleston, I think, plays the villain.
The pirate? No. Have you seen that pirate one?
That
There's
is
a pirate one.
Pirates in an Adventure with Scientists.
I don't fucking know.
That's a fucking awesome film.
Was it
Yeah. But this was the very definition of a 3 out of 5 film, really.
just bland?
Kids would like it, and it's harmless enough for adults to enjoy. It won't hurt your eyes too much. And if you like football, and that's all she wrote. That brings us up to May 2nd. I've not watched a film since then.
Eee. It's a nice catch-up for Harry Pineapples. That
Because all I've been doing is playing Mortal Kombat and FIFA, and watching you play Resident Evil.
Yeah.
That's been my entertainment for the past week.
Indeed.
Yeah, but I'm all up to date. I will keep everyone up to date in a few more weeks' time if I watch any more on the Empire 500. I've got a great stack in front of me that I need to watch.
Yeah.
But, sometimes you don't want to watch foreign shit.
And with that said, let's get onto the trailers, shall we? The small pineapples, some will call them. Trailers. Let's just go with the big boy one. Marvel. They released a trailer, like a teasery kind of upcoming. We're coming back in theatres, bitches. We're going to dominate cinema forever.
I hated it.
Marvel Phase 4 got a trailer. In this trailer, we saw some Black Widow, some Shang-Chi, some Eternals, quite a lot of Eternals, because it was highly in this trailer, highly featured. It was less like in the past all mystical than I was expecting it to be. All the footage were like modern day kind of thing. That one Indian guy is really muscly now, which is pretty cool. Yeah. And Angelina Jolie's got a sparkly sword. And then it gave us release dates and stuff. Black Widow's July 9th, like we already know. Shang-Chi September 3rd this year. Eternals November 5th. Spider-Man No Way Home December 17th. So we're getting 4 Marvel films this year, all in the space of 6 months. When the start of next year, we've got Doctor Strange, The Multiverse of Madness on March 25th, Thor Love and Thunder on May 6th, Black Panther, which got a title reveal.
Didn't it? It did.
Black Panther, nice. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
That can get in the bin.
That's just terrible, isn't it? And then Captain Marvel 2 got a title. Black Panther's coming out on July the 8th next year. Captain Marvel 2 got a title reveal as well, called The Marvels.
I genuinely hope that world gets put back into a lockdown, so these films can never see the light of day.
This is obviously because of Miss Marvel, and she's going to be in the film.
Miss Marvel's a great character.
Have you seen the meme where it's like, this character was disliked that much that she's not even in her own, like, second film title? It's not Captain Marvel and the Marvels or whatever, it's just the Marvels. It's shit. That's what it is.
I hated the entire trailer. All the throwback stuff.
Yeah.
Them putting the footage in of the midnight showing of Endgame.
Yeah, I know.
I hated that. Them coming off as so sanctimonious, like we are the saviours of everything. We stopped COVID.
They are, mate.
We stopped COVID. Us, Marvel, we did it.
They are the true superheroes.
We are the saviours of cinema. Fuck off. Fuck you little fucking...
The Marvels, November 11th next year. So that's 4 more films next year.
Yeah, I'm done.
And then Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, February 17th.
Any future Marvel stuff is you and GD.
2023. No, because then it's just going to be like, it's really good.
He's taking over, right?
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, May 5th, 2020. So yeah, that was a trailer, wasn't it?
Everyone's pushing about it online, mate.
I know they were. I know.
Pissed me off. I genuinely need like some kind of world war or something just to get rid of a few.
Oh god, 8 films in the next 2 years.
Great reset is what I'm calling it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Factory resetting the population.
You Thanos.
Then we got no.
8 more films in 2 years, mate. Are you ready? I hadn't ordered the trailers. I've ordered the news, but not the trailers. Heels is the next trailer we're going to talk about. This has got my boy, Alexander Ludwig, who's recently announced he's quit acting to follow his dream of becoming a country singer.
I don't know who Alexander Ludwig is.
He is Bjorn Ironside in Vikings.
I should have guessed Vikings with that name.
Yep. And he's in the first Hunger Games, if you've watched Hunger Games.
I have seen one of them.
You seen the first one?
Yes.
He's the blonde kid who like nearly kills him at the end, but then gets whacked off that thing by the dogs.
Katniss.
But no, this looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I like the look of this.
About 2 wrestlers.
Are they wrestlers or are they becoming wrestlers? I don't know. I'm confused. It confused me. Because one works in a
Stephen Amell
kind of thing or something.
Yeah. One's like a former
just being
like fighter or something.
Yeah.
I think that's Stephen Amell because he's walking through a gym at one point.
Oh yeah, I'll watch it though.
Yeah, looks fun.
I watch things about wrestling.
Yeah, no, it's about wrestling. So no, what got me in the trailer though, it's like sometimes you have to be the hero, and then sometimes you have to be the heel. It's like, come on, if you're gonna use heel, use babyface. You know what I mean?
Yeah, use old.
But yeah,
Stephen Amell popping off a coast to coast though at the end of the trailer, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
His name?
Because he's been in wrestling things.
You know.
I'm not a massive fan of Stephen Amell.
Because he's in that one TV program.
Yeah.
Fly.
Next trailer, I only watched 30 seconds of this because I wanted to puke up at the sight of the new Rugrats.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, no, this is hurting my eyes.
Rugrats is one of my all-time favourite things ever.
Yeah.
One of my favourite cartoons ever. I love it a lot. This, however, made me weep for the world we live in.
Looks like Jimmy Neutron.
Looks like
worse. I literally, when I googled the trailer, I saw a thumbnail and I was like, that can't be it. That looks fucking horrible. And it's a bit where Angelica's face is like right up to the camera. And then I watched the actual trailer and it's that one, and I'm like, what the fuck?
What got me is Tommy's mouth looks so deformed.
Yeah.
It proper freaked me out. Straight up, I was like that.
I mean,
that
to
is
be fair, when you
that's
watch
a product of incest, is what I was thinking.
When you watch the original cartoon, all the art style is like pretty creepy.
Yeah, but in a good way.
Yeah. Transferring that to 3D animation.
Yeah.
Not good.
Shit 3D animations were.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, everyone boycott Rugrats. I think they already are, to be fair. Plan B, next trailer. Everyone's favourite coming of age puberty film.
Yeah.
I was watching this, got halfway through, and I was like, I've reviewed too many of these trailers on this fucking podcast.
You know what it's like for me and the Marvel stuff now.
I know, that's what I'm literally thinking. Is there anything else you want to add to this?
It looks really fun. It looks raunchy, and it's about a girl who has sex with a boy.
You just like watching teenagers fuck, don't you?
That was me nodding for a minute. And she has to get the unpregnant pill.
The unpregnant pill.
It's like a road trip film in essence. But good.
Isn't there a film that we reviewed the trailer for when it was literally that, like a road trip comedy about getting an abortion?
Yeah, I think so.
Nice. A Quiet Place 2 got its final trailer.
I didn't watch this.
Why did you put it on the list then?
You
wanted me to watch it.
Yeah.
It don't really show anything new. Half of the trailer's A Quiet Place 1.
I've not seen number 1, too.
Shit, to be fair. Didn't like it.
There, it's quiet.
It is. Last trailer, though. I am really excited about this. The amusement park. We've got to review.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Give us some background info.
Some background. the year. George A. Romero is at his acerbic, cynical best, satirizing all of the world's ills. Makes a film. Fort Lost. I don't know what else to say.
Restored in 4K.
I'll read some stuff off the internet. I'm not even entirely sure what the actual plot is.
Should we just leave it until when we review it? Because we're gonna review it.
I just want to get the year.
It was saying that it was George's scariest film and stuff in the review quotes that pop up now and again. I'm excited. It looks creepy.
When it was filmed is what I just want to get up.
It's exclusively to Shudder as well, so I'm gonna have to get that.
Production. Produced in 1973. It was shelved after the Lutheran Society, which had commissioned it as an educational film about elder abuse and ageism, refused to release it due to its disturbing content. In February 2021, it was announced that Shudder had acquired the streaming distribution rights. So,
when's it actually out on Shudder? Do you know?
Did it not say on the...
No. Alright, when's it coming out? It's fun.
No. Me. Yeah, it's from 73. So 5 years before Dawn, and 5 years after Night Of. He'd made some other film. He didn't just make the Of the Dead film.
Shall we move on?
Yeah, but I thought you'd enjoy that.
I was like, fuck yeah.
Especially now I'm a fan of George Romero, which I'm a fan of.
Yeah, I remember us talking about it in the news section, but I don't think we said the title of it, so I didn't have a clue until it popped up. I'm like, here we go, boys.
I will be getting it if it does get a physical release as well.
Obviously. Talking about news sections, we've got one. Let's go into it.
Let's take a dive.
Apparently they're hiring a black director for the upcoming Black Superman film. Probably a smart move. But talking about black films, Blade. Marvel's Blade has been, the production's been pushed back till next year because they want to get all them shit films out first and not put out a beloved character film.
So it's not going to be 18 and over, so I couldn't care less. You can't do Blade as a 12. And Blade's one of my favourite.
You know what we're going to do, though? With I think they'll show him, chopping people in half and all that stuff, but it'll be like cauterized blade and stuff and ash.
They'll explain it with fucking shitty line of dialogue.
I don't think they even will. I think they'll go, look at my sword, it's cool, and then boom.
Just let me have the Blade IP. That's all they need to do. And then I'll just make a Blade film in my garden with Flipper.
Yeah.
He's like the vampire overlord dog.
That'd be cool.
And then he just barks at planes because he's like, that's my sky.
Oh, Flipper. Got some Doctor Strange news.
Oh,
It was supposed to appear in WandaVision, but Kevin Feige were like, nah, I don't want no white man coming in and saving the day. You know, in that show that's full of white people. Makes zero sense. His excuse to why he didn't put Doctor Strange in WandaVision.
Just bad show.
Yeah.
Bad show.
Some Multiverse of Madness Doctor Strange news though. Apparently they're going to go to Earth 616 in it, which is obviously in the comics the original version of all the characters, kind of thing. So it's kind of what we got in the MCU, but they made little changes, didn't they? So it'll be like, oh, fucking, who knows? They're going to just visit everywhere. Captain America, the upcoming comic. It's called something like Captain America's Otherworld or some fucking bullshit. It's the one with the gay Captain America and all the different versions. There's a Native American Captain America put into it. Looks pretty cool. Just like Native American, but in like red, white, and blue.
Captain Native American.
Probably.
Just Captain
Native. That sounds.
Native American. No, that's what they're actually called.
Captain Indian.
Captain Redskin.
Captain Apache.
Captain Cave.
Captain Mohawk.
Captain Tomahawk.
Captain Buffalo. Apparently, we got some news another week before this one that they were rebooting the Netflix characters into the MCU. Apparently, they're doing it with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. characters as well, which makes zero sense because that's already supposed to be canon, but maybe not. I think Kevin Feige's like, it's not though, is it, mate? I didn't say it was canon, so it's not. So yeah, that's happening. Last bit of Marvel news. Moon Knight. Ethan Hawke has been spotted on set. Some set photos came out. He really long hair, long beard, brown tweed suit, and a walking stick. Right? Now people on the internet are like, that's Sun King, right? Sun King is a take on Sun Wukong, the monkey king thing in Chinese mythological lands. The character that Goku's based on in Dragon Ball Z. Jet Li plays him in Forbidden Kingdom. Other facts about Sun Wukong. Yeah, the weird thing is they've cast Ethan Hawke as a Chinese character.
Famously Chinese, isn't he?
Yeah. I don't know if there's probably a version where it's just like an American guy who becomes a monkey. Yeah. But in all the pictures that I googled for this character, he was like a bald monk. So I don't know what they're doing.
What screams bald monk? What Ethan Hawke?
I'm making have really long hair and a long beard. Next bit of news though. Talk about Marvel boys. Sebastian Stan. He's playing Tommy Lee, that's it. I was going to say Tommy Lee Jones. In a HBO show about celebrity porn tapes, right? I think we covered this before. I think we covered it when it was announced. And Lily James is playing Pamela Anderson. Some photos have been released of them. Yeah, they look alright, I guess. Lily James is biting. Yeah.
He's got a massive dick.
Yeah. Is it on a boat?
On a yacht, yeah.
Alright. Specific about your boat, sire.
Yeah, there's differences.
But yeah. Sebastian Stan, do you think he's going to have a massive dick? Do you think we'll see his dick?
I hope so. I hope we get the bit like in the sex tape where he honks the horn with his penis.
They've got to, haven't they?
It has to be in.
Why are they doing this?
I'll watch it.
Who do you think's going to play Kim Kardashian?
Kylie Jenner.
Do you think Tyrese Gibson's going to play the other guy?
No.
Oh.
Jamie Bell.
Jamie Bell. Do you think there'll be a Hulk Hogan episode? That's the real question.
That's what the Chris Hemsworth film actually is.
Just one episode of this HBO series. HBO. Onto the dead people. Nick Kamen.
Oh, we're doing dead people?
Yeah, because I said onto the dead people.
He was an English model, songwriter, and musician.
Yeah.
Best known for some songs.
What songs?
Each Time You Break My Heart and I Promise Myself. Died age 59.
Wow.
Long battle with bone marrow cancer.
Well, that's depressing, isn't it? Tony Kitten.
This was weird when I saw that she was dead. Because I was I was looking up VHS tape covers the other day, as you do. And there was I was intrigued by this one, and it was starring this lady woman. And then a couple of days later, it's like, oh, she's dead. So I was like, did I cause this? Am I some kind of soothsayer who can...
I mean...
So I'm scared. The next thing I look up on eBay...
is Jackie Chan and he dies.
I actually looked up Jackie Chan earlier today on eBay.
Shit.
Imagine.
I don't want to be around you when Jackie Chan dies in an uncontrollable rage.
Yeah, probably.
Throw your mum out window.
I'm back in. Just keep repeating the process until he's back alive. Yeah.
Tony. Who
Tony
is it?
Kitten. She was a model, a actress,
Actress.
a TV
She
personality.
was a TV.
She was a TV personality.
Oh,
Or Tony's a nickname, apparently. Her real name's Julie. Tony's a self-given nickname, apparently.
a self-given nickname.
Mm.
God, she didn't have any friends, did she?
But no, she appeared on a lot of like album covers and a lot of music videos in the 80s and stuff.
Yeah.
She was married to David Coverdale,
Oh,
you know, the singer-songwriter of Whitesnake. I'm sure you knew that. Yeah.
Michael Gambon.
Michael Gambon, the lead singer of Slayer.
I nearly went to see Whitesnake once.
Yeah. That is a fun anecdote. Tell that at parties. Then she started acting in minor roles, and then she's in Bachelor Party with Tom Hanks, and she's in Here I Go Again, the Whitesnake.
Here I go again.
And Is This Love, you know, Still the Night, all those ones. She was in quite a few things. But she was also very troubled personally.
Yeah.
You know, she was charged with domestic violence for attacking a second husband.
What with?
For, I'm assuming, just like fists and stuff.
Kid.
Yeah, with her daughter, Winter or Rain. Winter spelt with a Y and Rain with an E on the end.
I'm glad she's dead.
I am now, actually, yeah. She loved her drugs.
Yeah.
Had many a botched surgery. She was attractive in the 80s, and that soon faded. Many DUIs, all of this stuff, you know. Had a year-long affair with O.J. Simpson. Tells you the kind of woman she is.
Jesus Christ. Why
Yeah.
couldn't you have killed her?
But she died at age 59, much like the previous man. No cause of death yet, but
Probably.
we can only speculate. It might be drunk and drug related. But in a serious note, she was in an episode of Seinfeld.
Oh my God.
And that's all that matters.
She's redeemed herself. That's it.
That's all that matters.
Talking about...
Of course she's on an episode of Botched. Look at her. Sorry.
Talking about things that are dead. The Irregulars.
There is a God.
It's been cancelled. I was so glad when this got announced.
Why?
I was like, thank fuck, because it's shit. And everyone were raving about it, like, first week that it came out. I was like, oh, this is going to be... But no.
Did you and Judge Fudge watch this together?
Yeah, we watched like 3 episodes. And then like...
We're like, no, we can't carry on doing this. This is a
my
kid's
eyes
watch.
hurt.
Yeah.
CBB show with blood and swearing in. That's all it is.
A CBB show?
CBBC.
Oh.
Mr. C.
What the fuck is CBB?
But yeah, been cancelled. Dead. Faces of Death. It's going to be rebooted by Cam filmmakers. Explain.
Explain. The Faces of Death is a series of films. You want more than that? Or...
Yeah, please.
Do you know what Mondo horror films are?
Mondo.
They're essentially films that are made to look real, like almost documentary type stuff.
Oh, right.
You know, so they often fall into like found footage-y type things and stuff. You know what I mean?
Wreck.
No. Like Cannibal Holocaust.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
But these ones, Faces of Death, they just show death scenes, like pictures of shocking stuff, you know? Like lots of different ways to die. They're just bad. And it's about a guy narrating these bunch of ways that people are shown to have died.
It sounds like... Did you say it, ABC?
No, I didn't know.
Oh, it sounds like that.
Just... They were banned. Video nasties.
I saw the news.
I don't know why they're remaking it, because it can never live up to that infamy that film has.
Yeah.
Don't understand it.
So it's just going to be a watered down version.
I would
Everyone's
imagine.
gonna like.
I would imagine. But speaking of the video nasties and stuff, if anybody reads Sight and Sound magazine, it's a film publication. I don't know if people still buy magazines who listen to the podcast. The current edition is all about the video nasties and the video nasty era of tapes. So pick it up if you get a chance. Support print media, for specific issues like this one.
I saw the news and I was like, oh, Mr. Pineapple will be interested in that, but obviously not.
Oh, I'm interested in it, but I think it's unnecessary. Just go and watch the original. Yeah, you'll have to look up Mondo Films and stuff.
Yeah, I will. Getting a bit darker. Noel Clarke is now being accused of sexual misconduct on the set of Doctor Who. John Barrowman, though.
Yeah, I think I read this article.
He described it as just high-spirited behaviour. Only ever intended in good humour to entertain colleagues on set and backstage. With the benefit of hindsight, I understand that upset may have been caused by my behaviour, and I have apologised for this previously. And then he makes
was known anyway, and it's already been dealt with, but it's just being brought back into light because of the Noel Clarke stuff.
Oh, Clarke said to someone, I like girls with long hair, as it gives me something to hold on to when doing them from behind. Nice.
Is that sexual misconduct?
No, which I'm guessing is why, like, John Barrowman's kind of like, all I'm saying is, John Barrowman's
Is a what?
the fiddler. Yeah, I've said it here first.
He's not.
Talking about fiddlers. Hannah John Kamen, cast as Red Sonja.
Sonia.
Sonja. Yeah, Red Sonja. Who's Red Sonja?
You familiar
What's
with Sonia?
I've heard of it.
She's a character in like the Conan universe,
Oh,
played by Bridget Nielsen in the 80s.
so we're just doing like a gender-bended Conan.
No, because Red Sonja's a female character.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
No, I don't. No,
Putting the women in the forefront again.
yeah, but Red Sonja was an actual film.
Oh, was it? Oh, that's alright then.
You need to get that Video Nasties magazine read, mate.
I do.
Learn about your film history.
I don't know what films are.
Oh,
But Red Sonja, are you happy with his casting?
I mean, I couldn't care less. I like the actress.
You don't care
I
about
like
it.
the actress because she's in Killjoys, and Killjoys is a very
She's also in Ant-Man and the
Yeah,
Wasp.
they're overexposed films. Good film, though overexposed.
She plays the worst character in that.
Ghost, right? I liked her. Mostly because I like Killjoys.
Right. I've seen
Killjoys is awesome.
Last bit of news. How I Met Your Father. A fucking shit title. It's gonna have tie-ins to How I Met Your Mother, some shit. And there's gonna be cast appearances. I mean, they didn't need to announce this, did they? Seeming as it's a spin-off, so it's obviously gonna have tie-ins to Your Mother. And that's all the news. Mr. Pineapple's quiet. You're not happy. You done. Should we get into the Big Pineapple?
Brief update on the Big Rabbit.
You what?
Brief update on the Big Rabbit.
Oh, shit.
There is no new news yet. I'll keep you informed if there is any updates.
Talking about big animals. Big Moth. The man with many coats sent us a picture of this moth. It's a big moth.
Pretty big, wasn't it?
Yeah. So we've had a big rabbit. I sent you a tall duck.
You did send me the big duck, yeah.
And now we've got a big moth.
What is the world coming to?
Big animals everywhere, mate. I don't like it.
It's like Godzilla all over again.
Right, let's get on to this big... Oh, what are we doing? SummerSlam? We're back with our retro wrestling ripadaroos. That's what I'm calling it now.
Yes, I got to choose the first one we did, so it was your turn to pick.
Yeah.
And pick you did.
I did, yeah, then. I picked this pay-per-view by typing in Rick Rude's best matches because of the match on the previous one, Rick Rude with Steamboat Ricky, his new name. And it popped up with this, and I'm like, why not? Fuck it. So it's SummerSlam, the year 1990.
Correct.
1990. I guess we just dive straight into it, shall we? I was gonna do facts and figures, but there's none. So let's do this.
Yeah, SummerSlam, so obviously it's from summertime. That's a fact or figure.
Some would say the biggest show, biggest event of the summer.
The most rootin' tootin' event.
The most. That's the one. Right. You know what I liked? The intro. Because it was all 90s. There's a lot of shouting though in that intro. And we'll get onto the shouting later. Because boy oh boy. Should we just go straight into the first match? Or would you like to talk about the intro?
No, the intro's good. I want to briefly mention, we get a little interaction from our commentators at the start, and we find out that Hot Rod himself, Rowdy Roddy Piper, is on commentary with Vinnie Mac back in his commentating days.
Yep.
You know, so thought I'd give that little tidbit.
And Roddy's looking pretty fit.
You commented like
it's just nice to see like non-steroid bodies back then. You know what I mean?
There were loads of steroids back then.
Yeah, no. But
there was more steroids then than now.
Yeah, so it's nice to see a non-steroided body.
I don't know.
Right then. First match: The Rockers versus Power and Glory. Mike Jannetty, Shawn Michaels versus Power and Glory.
Hercules and Paul Roma, everyone's favourite member of the Four Horsemen.
Nice. Yeah, I think I've watched like one Rockers match before this.
Which one? Do you know?
I can't even remember, mate. I can't even remember. But I think Marty Jannetty got like basically knocked out of the match really early on. So I haven't seen a lot of Marty Jannetty. And he was in this a lot. More than Shawn, I believe.
Yeah, Shawn gets attacked prior to the match starting. Yeah. By Hercules' big chain.
Big chain. Yeah. So my first note is just Marty Jannetty is so good.
Could have been a massive star.
He's got a weird Facebook, though, hasn't he?
Could have been a massive star. He had everything he needed. This was, but it's demons got the better of him for the most part, But this is a really great showcase for him and puts on a solid performance.
Yeah, and he did get kicked through that one window. That's setting back.
Didn't get kicked through it.
I always say he gets kicked through. Just to piss you off, mate. What most flamboyant outfits versus most generic outfits?
Yeah.
Fuck me. Like, their tights and just everything was so multicolored.
Fluorescent, aren't they?
Very fluorescent. It was like different fluorescent ripped tights on top of each other. And then the other guys were just black trunks, were they?
Yeah, pretty much.
Just black trunks. So that's nice opposites, I guess. The top rope spot means something, which we don't really get much of anymore.
Yeah.
Which I liked because it made a big deal out of it. Now it's just the other fucking second, I guess.
Yeah.
When you watch these good opening matches and stuff from all pay-per-views, you just realise how good wrestling is. Because God, there's some shit now, isn't there?
I mean, there's some shit then as well. But the Rockers were always, you could always count on them. Stick them in an opening match. They're going to put on a great match. They're going to get the crowd riled up and, ready for the rest at night. Which were the case with this match, essentially.
I've done the classic write something down and not know how it happened, but I just put great finish.
I also wrote great finish.
Oh no.
It's
All right, you remember? I thought you
Sean
were
kept
say.
trying to get into the ring, but they kept knocking him down. You know, his leg. They were playing up his leg injury that occurred with a chain and stuff. And then it turned into an handicap match. The odds were against Marty Jannetty. Hercules popped him on turnbuckle, and then I think he superplexed him off. And Paul Roma was on the other turnbuckle and did a splash as soon as he hit the ground.
Oh yeah.
And it was just like timed
just...
perfectly, and it looked lovely. It was crisp. Like, I'm not the biggest fans of Paul Roma and Hercules as wrestlers. I don't think they're that good, but that was top notch.
Did they beat him down after the match? Because I've just put naughty heel.
I think they had to stretch your old Sean off.
That's stretch Sean off.
Gammy legged him, haven't they? The Gammy legged him, mate.
Yeah.
Strong opener though. Strong opening match.
Definitely. Mr. Perfect got his promo next, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like the quality and stuff back then, but everyone just seemed so more invested in like the promos and stuff. It didn't seem like cringy or awkward like you see now,
right,
where it's just kind of a long silence in between everything. You just see the superstars like being really nervous and shitting themselves in front of cameras for no reason. But Mr. Perfect just sold it well, didn't he?
Yeah, and obviously he was with his boy, my favourite manager of all time.
Yeah.
The Weasel himself, Bobby the Brain Heenan.
And you know, we had Mean Gene as well, so
Mean Gene's just a fucking legend, isn't he?
He is, yeah. But yeah, it was just really nice. I was like, this is good. I mean, the promos start to get a bit more fucked up as the show carries on.
Like now, there's differences in levels of goodness with promos, you know. Back then, even there were still people back then who were shit.
There's a lot of shouting.
There is a lot of shouting.
This first one were really good though. I think Bobby and Mr. Perfect bounced off each other really well.
Two of the best. That's why.
Anything else you want to add to that?
I just no.
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 Yeah, it's a nice promo. Then we got the next match: Mr. Perfect versus Texas Tornado. First time I've seen Texas Tornado.
Is it?
I
should have got my little Kerry figure. Instead, I'll just. Oh, this is from '91. So.
Yeah.
What's up?
Loud tap, mate. Can you hear it?
No.
You can't hear it?
What's tapping?
Tapping water at tap.
Oh.
But yeah, Mr. Perfect versus Texas Tornado.
Did he not have a promo before the match?
I don't believe.
Oh. I don't remember.
Did he?
Maybe.
I mean, there's a lot of promos.
Yeah.
So he probably did. I think he did, yeah.
I think he did.
He must just not have been. Yeah, Texas Tornado's good. I was like, this guy's good. Why don't I know about him?
And then I filled you in of his story.
Yeah, some very nice body slams. He's a big boy. Big beef boy. Some great selling in this by Mr. Perfect.
Because he's one of the fucking best.
You really like him, don't you?
I do. Really.
Bobby's a great manager. One of the best. Very much like the other one. Not many notes, because I was like, this is nice. I'm enjoying it. It was like a super sell where someone jumped into a corner after being hit. Just fun, innit?
It's the Mr. Perfect special, that, mate.
But there's actually emotion in promos. So after he won?
They might have done, because sometimes they did the promo after, didn't they? The match. So maybe he did a promo after.
Oh, I think it was.
Oh, no, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a minute. What do you want to add to that match?
This was I really like this match. The issue with the issue with most of this pay-per-view is the matches are really
short.
Short. Yeah. Which is sad. But the opening 2 matches are really good. I just wrote that they both should have been world champion WWF.
Yeah, but they're no Hulk Hogan, are
Yeah. This was for the IC belt, I should add, and Mr. Perfect lost, and he should have gone on to get the, you know. I'm just glad that you're getting to see wrestlers that you've never heard of before, like Kerry Von Erich, who died before you were born.
Oh.
He committed suicide at like age 33. Also only had one foot, as I told you.
Oh yeah, you did, didn't you?
Also the pin was very sexual.
It was, I remember now. Yeah, he was like proper deep in his arsehole.
And again, Heenan is great.
Yeah,
just all round, opening 2 matches great.
He's like what Paul Heyman wants to be.
Paul Heyman was good in the past.
No, Bobby.
But my boy, just next level, isn't he?
Yeah. The Mr. Perfect as a promo after losing. Where Bobby's just fucking, he's going mental, that boy. But it's like in the background of the interview. But it's just, it's just nice to see. It just seems more like realistic and heartfelt, because I think WWE superstars nowadays see themselves as superstars no matter where they are on the roster. And obviously, back in the day, it was a kind of a fight and a claw yourself like the way to the top kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I think they took losing a match as something massive.
Definitely.
In comparison to nowadays, where we're just like, yeah, I'll be a jobber for anyone. My name's Dolph Ziggler. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was not like, and I was nicely surprised by most of these matches on this card, because I was like, well, Rocker's gonna win that, obviously. Power and Glory won. Mr. Perfect, he's obviously gonna win. No, and yeah, the next match that was supposed to happen that didn't is weird, isn't it? Scary Sherry versus Sapphire. My first note on this is just, what is happening? This was when she was in the ring. The Dusty Rhodes music was playing. I was like, because I didn't know who Sapphire was, so I was just like, why are they playing that music? What is going off? Why is nothing happening? And I thought, that is not a good outfit for Scary. I asked you why she had a mask, and you were like, I don't fucking know. So it was just all a bit confusing.
This match played into just a long angle that was happening all throughout the entire rest of the card, pretty much.
Yeah.
But I do want to say, my girl, sensational Sherry, Queen Sherry at this point, fantastic. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
What I am going to do though, I forgot to do it in the first 2 matches, is just give a quick, are they dead or are they alive count?
Oh yeah.
Roddy Piper on commentary, dead. Hercules
man should be dead.
Both Rockers alive. Paul Roma alive. Hercules dead. Mean Gene dead. Bobby Heenan dead. Mr. Perfect dead. Kerry Von Erich dead. Sapphire dead, though she's not in this match. Sherry dead.
Dusty, who comes up in a second, big time dead. Oh yeah. Forfeiture is a real word.
Forfeiture.
It was like, because we obviously watched this.
What's his name? Dead. Howard Finkel, the ring announcer.
All right.
Dead.
Yeah, we watched this together-ish. Watched it at the same time over voice chat. And yeah, I was like, forfeiture. That doesn't sound real, mate.
That's not a little word.
But it is. So we learn something every day.
It sounds fake, doesn't it?
Yeah. Sounds like something WWF would make up now. But yeah, and then we cut to a Dusty promo, which was good. I mean, like I keep saying, everyone's more invested.
Dusty Rhodes, one of the greatest of all time. Should not have gone to WWF. You know,
Yeah, his forehead's fucked up, won't it? All them scars.
It's not blading all this here.
Mm.
Not real though.
What? Scars?
Wrestling. Not real.
Nah, never is. Never has been. Next match, the Warlord versus Santana.
Tito Santana.
My first two notes on this are just racist remarks that the commentating team made towards Santana. Called him a taco bender and a bean eater. I was like, Jesus, that casual racism. Gotta love it, haven't you? There's some nice drop kicks though.
Yeah, Tito Santana's a great worker.
Yeah.
You want a guy to go in there and just put on a solid match. Get Tito Santana. He's a really good bean eater. You know. But this was the very definition match. It's the definition of what was wrong with the company at the time.
Yeah.
Just these thrown together things, essentially.
You got your top dogs, and when you just got, just throw in with them, yeah, it'd be fine.
Tito Santana, former Intercontinental Champion, though, you know, he lived for a long time.
Yeah, but when you're working in a company with Hulk Hogan
and
the Ultimate Warrior,
and
Randy Savage, then, but it's got everyone's favourite wrestler, the Warlord. By everyone's, I mean Batista's. That's a fact you gave me. I won't steal it, but thought I'd mention it.
And both still alive. It's the first match where both people have been alive. Oh, Power and Glory's manager Slick, alive.
Yeah. Oh.
He's now a Reverend. I hope he still goes by Slick though. Reverend Slick, because that's
Reverend
just great.
Slick. That's pretty cool, isn't it? He was pretty cool, to be fair.
Slick, very underappreciated manager in my.
Yeah. There's a few nice spots like the flying forearm and his drop kicks, but then there's a cheeky foot at one point by the Warlord, because Batista, and then it just had a shit finish. But I can't remember what the finish was.
Also very short.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let me just get the wiki up and I'll just tell everyone the lengths of the match.
Can you remember what the finish was for that match?
I can't, mate. I'll have a look now though. 27th of August 1990, in the height of summer. Oh, just a running power slam.
Oh.
Braun
Strowman.
Santana took the loss. So, Power and Glory versus the Rockers was 6 minutes long. Mr. Perfect versus Texas Tornado, 5:15. Sherry versus Sapphire, no time. Warlord versus Tito Santana, 5:28. So it got more time than the Intercontinental title match.
It was just a showcase of like half decent wrestling, I guess.
And if you think those three matches are short, well.
The next match, Demolition versus Heart Foundation.
2 out of 3 falls match for the tag titles.
Yeah. Why have I put Phil Collins?
Because they mentioned Phil Collins in the promo. They made some fucking reference to a Phil Collins track in the promo the Heart Foundation did. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, I realised just watching this match, I hate Bret Hart. I just don't see the appeal to him.
I'm with you.
At all.
He's been in some good matches. Don't get me wrong.
Don't get me wrong, he's a good wrestler.
Can't take it away from him. But he's bland.
Yeah, he's fucking boring. The best thing he's done is being tackled by that guy at Hall of Fame.
What do you say?
Smash. He's one of the Demolition guys, isn't he?
He is a Demolition boy.
He did not know what was going off. He got so confused in that match. Because he went to hit one guy and then he was like, oh no, you're on the ropes, let's face the guy that's in the ring. He kind of like stopped midway. I was like, oh. God, I don't like Bret Hart. Yeah, been through that. This was a very boring match, wasn't it?
I feel like this is a match that the internet loves. It just rings of that kind of match. And I didn't know what to make of it. Nothing happened for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
This is the longest match on the card at 14 minutes and 24 seconds. Right, understandable. They've got 3 falls to get in there. But a bit boring.
There was some nice actual like tag team moves.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice because they did double team moves and stuff back then. It was always nice to see.
You don't see many.
Tag teams meant something back then.
Yeah, tag team. God knows how many years, isn't it? I mean, like I said, when we were watching it, all we see now is super kicks and just the same move, but two people doing it at the same time. Yeah, and then Legion of Doom came in.
Demolition used to be a two-man tag team, and then they got a third member, and so there was some shenanigans that occurred, like partner swapping and stuff to get a fresh man in there, because they all look pretty similar, but not. And then Legion of Doom came down.
That was the whole thing in the promo, wasn't it?
They came out to even the odds, and then the Art Foundation won. They won the belts.
Yeah.
A long 15 minutes.
And then we have a post-match interview. Oh, fuck me, Jimmy were on drugs there, weren't he? This is where the cocaine really starts flowing. It's just insane. The pay-per-view got a bit more watchable for me after his post-match interview. He was just fucked. You're like, no trying to hide it at all.
Yeah.
The interviewer looked scared. I'm sure Bret Hart was just like, what the fuck? He probably had a little bit, but Jimmy just snuffed the whole thing, didn't he? I asked you, do you think they have a just bowl of cocaine in the catering area before they go on to interviews? Just like, because boy, oh boy, there's a lot of drugs.
Yeah, and not surprisingly, Jim's dead. Bret Hart alive, Crush dead, Smash alive, Axe, the other member who went under the ring for the shenanigans, alive. Both members of the Legion of Doom.
Yeah. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Let's talk about him, shall we?
Yeah, there were a lot of cocaine in that promo.
Too much, some would say. Because I haven't seen much of Hacksaw, I asked you, is his gimmick just carrying around a piece of wood? And you said, yeah, and going, oh.
Thumbs up.
No,
It's like the uber patriot.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Oh yeah, because he was with
Nikolai Volkov.
Yeah. I just put all the fucking bones fueled with cocaine.
Because it was like the halfway mark, so they were just like, let's have 17,000 promos. Let's do it. But yeah, that was fun, wasn't it? You liked it when Nikolai was just rambling nonsense.
He did not know what to say. And then I asked you if he's actually Russian, and he's from Croatia, is it?
Yeah.
Just great stuff. I mean, the next match we've got is Jake the Snake versus Bad News Brown. Jake's good at promos.
Yeah, he's promo
king.
It was the last promo of that little block of promos that happened, I think. But yeah, he's got that intensity. He knows the psychology of wrestling. Some say should have been world champion WWF. But we'll not get into that.
It's probably the most convincing promo that I've seen. Because it seems like he's almost a trained actor kind of thing. Like he knows how to just convince the audience. Especially like he just knows his character inside out, doesn't he? And he's not uncomfortable at all. Just to get out of his snake, isn't he? So
that's why I put him in my top 5 wrestlers of this period.
He even did have the snake like trying to
strangle him,
dick him in the face and stuff, and he was just brushing it out away. I mean, people like Braun Strowman can't even cut 30 seconds promo talking about stupid people, him defending them.
Wrestling, man.
There was some really nice arm drags. Is that what we called? Hip toss, yeah.
Yeah, the match was between Jake and Bad News Brown and the big boss man.
Yes.
Referee. With his little nightstick.
Yeah, there was some really nice hip tosses by Bad News Brown.
And then I explained to you that he was a judo boy.
Yes. I was like, damn.
He was a legitimate badass.
Who, again, First time I've seen him wrestle. I've seen Jay the Snake wrestle before in like a few Royal Rumbles and stuff. But yeah, Bad News Brown. It's cool.
Bad News Brown should have been a world champion in WWF.
Yeah.
I would say that about many people.
Nice DDT.
Oh yeah, it was essentially because the DDT was Jake the Snake Roberts' finisher back when wrestling moves meant something, and he kept like evading, the DDT.
Oh yeah, and then Bad News Brown tried to leg drop a snake.
We're not talking about the finish of the match or anything. We're just going straight to the post-match stuff.
I mean, that's all I've got in there. Is that post-match?
Huh? Yeah, because Bad News Brown used a chair, right?
I think I was just enjoying the match, so like.
He didn't get DQ'd at that point, but the second time he used a chair, a few minutes later, Bossman were like, "I'll DQ you now, mate."
Right. So why didn't he DQ him the first time?
Because it was like a grudge match, I think.
Did he not see it?
No, he did see it. Maybe because it was more of a grudge match than some of the others. He's like, I'll let him get to it, kind of thing. But maybe he just overused it. And there's like,
that's enough chair battery for one night. Yeah. Get out.
But yeah, this match went on for 4 minutes and 44 seconds.
I mean, when you watch all them promos, you're like, oh, that's the main show. The matches don't mean shit. It's all about the promos in this pay-per-view.
But yeah, what did I write? I like all the people who were involved in this match, but it's just a shame they didn't get time to do anything. Again, it was just a nothing match. And Bad News Brown and Big Boss Man are both dead.
Yeah, and he tried to leg drop a snake.
Yeah, it was like a war between rats and snakes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then he tried to leg drop a snake, and then Jake put the snake on him, of course.
It's just poor Snake, really. You don't know what the fuck's going on. Yeah. Being dragged into that stadium with many shouting people. And then next minute, and then we got a Brother Love and Sergeant Slaughter bit.
Yeah.
And it just went on for way too long.
Yeah, Brother Love came out and he presented Brother Love with the Greatest American Award.
Greatest American.
It went on forever.
Oh, was this the... Oh, no, it went later on.
Yeah, I'm guessing this was leading up to Bossman taking the belt off Ultimate Warrior. They did a lot of long-term booking back then, because he didn't get the belt off until Royal Rumble in 91. But this was sowing the seeds of his anti-American stuff, and then he became an Iraqi sympathizer. Colonel Adnan and all that. And he also tore into him for allowing scum like Nikolai Volkov into them. So that would have been the brief feud in between him getting the Royal Rumble shot against Warrior and that kind of thing.
Mr. Fuji promo with the Orient Express. Mr. Fuji's great.
Mr. Fuji's one of the best managers.
He's cute, isn't he?
Yeah.
I like his little bowler hat.
He in the 80s, they did a bunch of stuff. No, it's just funny stuff. He did a lot of like TV parodies for like his promo stuff, and there's one called Fuji Vice, which looks like a take on Miami Vice, and it's great.
Nice.
I've got the Greatest Wrestling Managers DVD, and it's on there. It's next level stuff. It's really good.
That's cool.
I wish they'd put more of that kind of stuff on the network.
Yeah. But, Peacock. Yeah, and then we got Orient Express versus Hacksaw and Russian Man.
Nikolai Volkov dead. Mr. Fuji.
What about the others?
Not dead.
Okay. There were a lot of USA chants in this.
Yeah. They were going against some dastardly foreigners, weren't they?
Russian Man. I love the United States. It was cringy.
I liked it when they sung the song before the match.
Yeah.
This match, guess how long this match went on for?
I don't fucking...
3 minutes and 22 seconds.
It's insane, isn't it? It's an easy night for all the talent involved. Just snort some cocaine and get on that mic.
This was a nothing match again. Hacksaw and Volkov picked up the win.
Yeah. It was
yeah.
a nice kick to.
He hoed along.
I put nothing match. Literally a nothing match. It was obviously we were going to win. Dusty Rhodes versus Macho Man next.
Oh, we should add, throughout the night, we've been getting a lot of Where's Sapphire segments.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's just looking for her. You know, she's disappeared. Where could she be?
It seems like they only had one door that they could film, kind of thing, in the stadium. So everyone was in that room, all the talent interviews and everything. And then Sapphire ran in there, did she? At one point?
Yeah, Mean Gene was like, Sapphire, and he was like, well, she clearly doesn't want to Mean Gene.
And then we get Dusty Rhodes, and the $1 Million Man
Titty
was he bought a black woman.
I just wrote Ted bought a slave.
Yeah, bit weird that.
Yeah, he brought her over to the dark side with all the money and the gifts, and then she was gone from the company pretty much after that.
I wonder why.
Because she really liked working with us.
Yeah.
Because she did nothing in wrestling before or after that. Essentially, that was it.
Maybe some sexual shenanigans. I put I've only got 2 notes on the actual match. But Randy is good, and that was a short match.
I wrote they deserve better, is what I wrote.
How long was this match?
Have a guess.
A minute.
2 minutes, 15 seconds.
Fucking Jesus, man.
In that time, you do get to see how great both of them are, but for such a brief,
very
brief passage of time, and also Ted bought a slave. Ted alive, Virgil alive, Randy Savage and Dusty Rhodes both dead.
Why did he buy a slave?
What another black slave like Virgil? Got the male and female version now, hasn't he?
Hulk Hogan versus Earthquake next. So much cocaine. This was in the promos. Earthquake were just kind of bouncing on the spot. Is that his thing? Is that what he does? I thought you was a fan of Earthquake.
He's alright.
Or is that what he does when he's on cocaine?
Yeah.
Hogan, not sure if he was on cocaine or not. Probably not. He was.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Is his character just him on cocaine?
Randy Savage probably was as well.
All of them were. Cocaine was a shit back then. Comes in, interrupts us. I just put this as dreadful. A dreadful match. And I fucking hate Hulk Hogan. He tapped out about 5 times during the match, yeah. Hulk Hogan. Doing submission and the guy taps on the mat more than 5 times. That's a tap out. And he did that.
In many ways.
He did that a good 5 times. So he tapped out 5 times, 5 times. You know what I mean? And it's just, he should know. He should know these things. He's a wrestler. One of the most famous wrestlers ever.
The most famous, I'd say.
Yeah. And he should know. He should know. Oh. I don't know what to say about this.
They both had a ringside companion. Hogan had Boss Man, because he was just doing the duty in every match.
Everything.
Earthquake had Dino Bravo, a fellow Canadian, and his manager Jimmy Hart as well. Dino Bravo, Earthquake, both dead. Hogan alive, because there's not a god.
What about Jimmy Hart?
Alive. He often frequents Hulk Hogan's beach shop.
Right.
It was very bad. Very, very bad.
It was just
Hogan tapped. At one point, he's in a bear hug. Hulk Hogan is from Earthquake, and he just proceeds to rip the referee's T-shirt.
Oh yeah.
And I don't understand why. Hogan's a babyface in this, but before the match even starts, he throws his ripped off T-shirt at Earthquake's face and then spits on him. He keeps doing eye rakes, which is a heel move.
Classic babyface. Just spits on his opponent. It's fine.
And then I wrote he Oguned all over the place after he got up after 2 of the Earthquake's finishing moves, which put him out of action for how many months prior to this? He just ulted up at 2 of them. And then he won by count out. Just damp finish ever.
And then we got the celebration, which was, it played his song twice.
Yeah.
Fucking hold the man.
This match was the second longest match on the card, right? At 13 minutes and 16 seconds. That doesn't take.
Played his song twice.
No, that doesn't take into account post-match shenanigans. So this is why the opening 2 matches are 6 minutes and under. But yeah, he does his thing about 8,000 times and his poses and all that, and then right at the very end, just before they cut backstage, he does the thing that fills everyone most. He does the belt thing.
You're not a fan, mate.
Famously never got a chance for a title belt, did he, Hulk Hogan?
He's the only man in the whole entire world to slam Andre the Giant. The only man.
Bad. He's everything that's wrong with wrestling.
Do you know what? Everything that's right with wrestling.
What his promo after the match, where he says, Jack Tunney, I better be number 1 contender for the title. That's what's right.
Indeed. Give him the title.
So much talent on this card and in the company in general.
I'm surprised he weren't main event though.
Yeah, but it was still billed as a co-main event. A big piece of leather.
American.
Big piece of. It went on. It was so slow.
Shall we get into the main event?
He's been bald.
Yeah. I want to see what's underneath his bandana.
Leather.
More bandanas. Main event time. The reason I picked this pay-per-view, one of Rick Rude's best matches, according to that list, that I took 2 seconds to look at. Rick Rude's a sexy man.
You'll get some promos before it, don't we?
And he's got, like, abs. And when I say abs, I mean dripping oily abs. I wanted to lick them abs clean, mate. Fucking Rick Rude, mate.
Rick Rude is one of the greatest.
Dusty has a stroke in his promo. He just kind of, I think he forgets how to talk. Probably too much cocaine in his lips and just gets dry mouth. And he's like, bah, 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 bah. Just out of nowhere. I'm like, oh, we're not going to pick up on that. All right. Next promo, come on. Because we need to fill them all. Why have I put Lord Noncy Nonce?
Lord Alfred Hayes, their last match was a cage match. And back in the day, they had to construct the cage, so they add more promos, because we had Rick Rude and Bobby. Because he's also a member of the Heenan family, Rick Rude should add.
Oh, nice.
Bobby Heenan was his manager.
Nice.
Right? And the stable's called the Heenan family. Right? You with me?
Yeah.
Right, cool. And then we got Probable Nonce, Lord Alfred Hayes, saying erected and erectors many times.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote those 2 words down. Lord Alfred Hayes.
One thing I picked up on, because you know this is like the last set of promos, because these guys are shouting literally all the time. You don't really take, unless they're Jake the Snake, who takes a bit of time to actually talk. Because there's so much shouting and that macho kind of way that it was back then. You know, everyone spoke like they were Hulk Hogan's sons, and it doesn't leave much room for breathing. So after every word, it's just a literally just calm down, mate. Just take a little bit of time. And it just, you know, it was too much, especially when every promo is just the same.
And then you get Mobius Promo.
I mean, he's just I think his veins just are cocaine.
Cocaine and steroid.
Yeah.
Just pacing backwards and forwards.
He
was
just,
Mean Gene.
Like it started off funny, right? These cocaine interviews. And then it got to these last ones, and I was like, this is sad because this is what probably killed most of these people. And Vince was just like, get some fucking cocaine down you, have a steroid shot before you go on, let's go for it. But yeah, should we get on to the match? Rick Rude versus Ultimate Warrior.
In a cage match for the WWF. Hulk Hogan's never held this title.
One thing I'm going to say about the cage, it's not tall, is it?
15 foot, cage. 15 foot big, mate.
It's not 15 foot.
15 feet, mate.
It's like
guaranteed.
Metre and a half.
15 feet. 15 feet.
Rick Rude was almost taller than this cage. They literally had to like put one foot up.
It's like 10 foot maybe. It's not 50.
Both of them are really good at selling. Rick Rude more because it's Rick Rude.
Yeah, Rick Rude's great. Ultimate Warrior was in this match too.
He was alright in it.
Probably is it his best match? Maybe.
Maybe I was on a Ultimate Warrior list instead of Rick Rude.
Maybe.
I just put Rick Rude sexy. I think I'm gonna fuck his dead body.
I mean, I'll question that because he's a sexy man.
Rick bleeds in this.
I like the fact that they bled. I mean, what is this? The NWA? No, it's WWF. It weren't known.
Rick Rude goes for a rude awakening, and it's reversed, right? And the reversal is I just didn't enjoy it. I put that fucking rope shit. I think that's near the end of the match. It's just hard to get into a steel cage match when the steel cage is so low down.
I liked this match, right?
Mm.
Because of Rick Rude being
Rick Rude,
just one of the best ever, right? Is the match good? No. Is the match the Ultimate Warrior throwing Rick Rude into a steel cage for 10 minutes and 5 seconds? Yes. Does Rick Rude throw the Ultimate Warrior into the cage for some of that? Yes, because that's all it is. Them two throwing each other in the cage for 10 minutes and 5 seconds.
There's a really bad reversal though. The Rude Awakening reversal.
Oh, there's that. You know, that was the halftime break when Swapped Over was throwing out. I also like the fact that Rick Rude jumped off to the top of the cage.
Oh yeah.
Big spot for 1990. That.
Yeah. Did he do it twice?
Went for a second one and that was his downfall. Could have won the WWF belt, but he wanted to punish the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
I think the Warrior was bleeding as well, but I'm not sure if he was because of the face paint.
Question is, which Warrior was it?
The dead one.
Which dead one?
The alien.
The alien one.
But yeah, then the Ultimate Warrior won. Did he win by pin or did he climb out? I can't remember. No, he climbed out.
Climbed out. And then he climbed back in with the title. Yeah, and swung it around. And then I was like, that's where Seth Rollins gets it from. Prick. And that's a pay-per-view.
Rick Rude, dead. Ultimate Warrior. Want to know who should have been a WWF champion?
Ultimate Warrior.
Rick Rude, mate. Roddy Piper, Jake the Snake. I can go on. Fucking Hulk Hogan.
Were they never WWE? Roddy Piper?
Hulk Hogan held the WWF champion for 4 years, from 1984 to 1988. Then he lost. Well, he didn't lose the belt. It was a whole thing with Andre the Giant and Ted DiBiase buying it.
So he had it for 4 years straight?
Yeah.
But he never lost it and gained it back in between that?
No. And then Macho Man won it at WrestleMania 4. He held it for a year until WrestleMania 5. And then Hogan held it for another year. And then Warrior won it. And then Sergeant Slaughter won it for a month. And then Hogan got it back again. You know. A lot of Hogan.
Someone tried to punch the ref in this match as well.
Rick Rude at the end. Because that was his days, just like character.
Oh, yeah.
He was still up for fighting and he thought that was Warrior.
Yeah, didn't like that.
I did.
You did?
Yeah, Rick Rude. Can't do no wrong in my eyes.
Right, okay.
So you chose this pay-per-view?
Yeah, don't let me choose one again.
What are your thoughts and feelings on it? You know, what's your
summary? Well, that wasn't good. There was 2 good matches, 1 decent one, and a bunch of cocaine. But, boy oh boy, a lot of fucking shit. The 2 good matches are, the first one, which is the Rockers and
Yeah.
Mr. Perfect versus Texas Tornado. One decent match. Oh no, the Jake Snake. Did I like Rick Rude one? No. 3 good matches in that, I guess. But, you know, all the matches were like 2 minute long, so not that good. What's your summary looking?
Lots of nothing. Very short matches. Some good bursts of energy though. Mainly the opening bouts, the opening 2, and the closer, which I liked just because Rick Rude. Would not watch again.
No,
Is the last sentence there.
definitely not.
I would watch the opening matches again. Like if I'm flicking through and I'm like, oh, I fancy watching some Mr. Perfect, but I would never seek out this pay-per-view again. And I hate you for choosing it.
All I can say is I'm glad I chose it. What's your rating?
What's your rating?
I gave it a 2, and
2.
I think that's generous.
Yeah, I gave it a 3 for some reason, but I think I was just on the Rick Rude high.
Yeah. The cocaine film.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go 2 as well because you know the Hulk Hogan downs came in after when they come down from the Hogan.
Right, okay. Not Hulk Hogan having Down syndrome.
And it's not great. In a match, there was 11 matches, maybe I think. And when more than half your matches are less than 6 minutes long, it's not
a lot of wrestling.
When Hulk Hogan has a celebration longer than some of your matches, that tells you.
Is Roman Reigns the Hulk Hogan of this era?
Yeah.
Poor Roman. Yeah, that's a big pineapple. This episode's been pretty chill. I mean, we're recording it a different day, a different time, so we're all thrown off, aren't we? I can only apologise for picking that pay-per-view. You shall pick a better one.
I'll pick the next one. We'll probably not be in the 90s for the next one because we've done 2. The first 2 have been 90s.
Yeah.
Try and get a bit of,
Nice. Should we get onto wrestling news? There's not much. John Cena is coming back to Raw.
In a couple of weeks.
He'll just be like, watch my film. See ya.
Will he have a match at SummerSlam?
He'll have a match on Raw. No, he'll do his shoulder barges on Raw.
He's not been there since Firefly Funhouse, is it? I think.
Yeah.
Way back when. Over a year now, isn't it?
Yeah. Last year's WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who's he gonna fucking talk to? Who's on Raw? I don't even know the roster anymore.
Yeah, I stopped now. WrestleMania's over. That's me done till Royal Rumble. All I watch is AEW at the minute, which I've got 2 episodes to catch up on actually.
WrestleMania Backlash. Some more matches have been announced.
Oh, have they?
Your boy Cesaro.
Cesaro.
He's doing it. He's up against
win.
Roman Reigns.
If he were to win that, I'd start watching wrestling again.
He won't win.
But he won't win.
I think that's what really matters. Did we talk about the triple threat?
The women.
No, the men.
Yeah.
The big boys doing big boy things. Yeah, I think that's it. Bayley's against and stuff. Yeah. When's it on? Is it this week? Oh, it can't be this week.
I don't care less.
Yeah, fuck it. Did you look at the Blood and Guts results? Or we're not doing that?
I've not seen the results.
Right, we won't do it then. I guess that's wrestling news.
Saw that Chris Jericho took a big bump into some padding.
So, yeah. I saw that too. So, like, people bleeding and stuff and cuts and...
AEW is really good though.
I really need to watch. Has Christian been doing anything else?
Yeah, he's doing some stuff against Team Taz at the minute. He's in a feud with those. Yeah.
Does he have more matches?
Mm-mm.
What, like regular? Like just once a week match kind of thing?
Yeah. He's been against some Team Taz boys, isn't he?
Go Christian.
The next episode of Dynamite is heavily stacked. They've got some big matches on it. Pac versus Kenny Omega, which I'm excited because I love my boy Pac. The Young Bucks versus SCU, and if SCU lose, they won't be able to tag together ever again. SCU being Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian. They're both for the belts, tag belts in the World Heavyweight. No, actually, it's Orange Cassidy against Pac.
Right.
And who wins gets the shot at Kenny Omega. And that furthers a feud that they were having way back when, before Pac got locked down in Newcastle. Now he's back over there, kind of thing. We've also got John Moxley defending his IWGP International belt thing against Yuji Nagata. So we've got some New Japan boys coming over. It's just a stacked thing.
Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, whatever his fucking name, is versing Ray and his son at Backlash.
Bobby Roode is